Welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up Bay, where the road meets refined design and raw performance. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated SUV refreshes of the year at the 2026 Volkswagen Touareg. Volkswagen has given their flagship SUV a major revamp, aiming to push it further into luxury territory, while keeping its practical German engineering soul intact. Whether you're looking for everyday comfort, high-end features, or just curious about what makes this SUV tick, we've got you covered. Buckle up, and let's get into it right up front. The 2026 Touareg announces its presence with a bolder and more aggressive fascia. The most noticeable upgrade is the redesigned grille. It's wider and features illuminated elements that blend seamlessly into the updated IQ.Light HD Matrix LED headlights. These are not just eye-catching, they're smart. With up to 38,000 interactive LEDs, they adjust dynamically to traffic and road conditions, offering maximum visibility without blinding oncoming traffic. You'll also notice the lower air intakes have been reshaped, giving the front end a sportier stance and helping with aerodynamic efficiency. The front VW logo is now illuminated too, a subtle but upscale touch that aligns with the luxury SUV trend. From the side, the 2026 Touareg maintains its muscular silhouette but with refined detailing. The character line running from the front fender to the rear taillight has been sharpened slightly, giving it a more dynamic profile. The side mirrors are slimmer and now house cameras on higher trims for a 360-degree surround view. There are new wheel options, ranging from 19 to 21 inches depending on the trim, with the R-Line variants getting sportier. Diamond-cut alloys. Roof rails remain standard and functional, giving you the utility you'd expect from a premium SUV. And depending on the market, you can choose from a range of new metallic and pearl effect paint options that add elegance without being too flashy. Swing around to the back, and you'll see where VW really leaned into the redesign. The full-width LED light bar now integrates an illuminated VW badge at the center. Yes, it lights up at night and looks fantastic. The taillight animation during lock and unlock sequences adds a touch of theater that feels more Audi than VW, in the best possible way. The rear bumper has been reshaped with a more aggressive diffuser design, and the exhaust tips are relic, especially on the performance models, which we'll get to soon. Overall, the exterior balances clean European sophistication with subtle athleticism, making the Touareg a contender in the premium midsize SUV category. Step inside, and the first thing you'll notice is how much the cabin has evolved. Volkswagen calls it the InnoVision cockpit, and it's now standard across all trims. That means you get a massive 15-inch touchscreen blended seamlessly with a 12-inch digital driver display, all under a single glass panel. It's minimal, it's sleek, and it's intuitive. The latest MIB4 infotainment system supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and yes, wireless charging is standard. VW has added new haptic feedback controls and improved the voice assistant system so it now understands more natural language commands. The materials have taken a serious step up as well. Soft touch plastics have largely been replaced with genuine leather, brushed aluminum, and real wood trim on the higher trims. Ambient lighting wraps around the cabin with up to 30 color options. Seat comfort is top tier, with optional massage, heating, and ventilation functions for both front and rear passengers. The new seats are slimmer, improving rear legroom, while the panoramic sunroof stretches nearly the full length of the roof, letting in tons of natural light. Cargo space remains generous, 32 cubic feet with the seats up, expanding to over 70 with them folded flat. Rear passengers get their own climate zone, USB-C charging, and even optional sunshades, depending on trim. For families or long road trips, this SUV ticks almost every box. Under the hood now, let's talk performance. The 2026 Touareg offers several powertrains, with the headline option being the updated 3.0-liter V6 turbocharged engine producing 335 horsepower and 369 pounds-feet of torque. This engine is smooth, responsive, and mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Power delivery is instant, and overtaking on highways is effortless. But for those looking for something greener, The Touareg e-hybrid is back with improved range. It pairs a 3.0-liter V6 with an electric motor for a combined output of 456 horsepower and around 35 miles of electric-only driving. That's more than enough for daily commutes. Volkswagen has also refined the 4Motion all-wheel drive system, which now responds quicker in slippery conditions. Adaptive air suspension comes standard on higher trims and optional on lower ones. This setup automatically adjusts ride height and damping based on drive mode or road conditions. In comfort mode, the ride is buttery smooth. In sport, the SUV hunkers down and feels more composed around corners than you'd expect from a vehicle of this size. Off-road, surprisingly capable. With modes for gravel, snow, sand, and even hill descent control, the Touareg isn't just a city slicker in SUV clothing, it's a legitimate utility vehicle. That said, it clearly shines brightest on the open road, where the ride quality, cabin insulation, and powertrain all come together beautifully. So, how much does all of this cost? The 2026 Volkswagen Touareg starts at around $59,000 for the base elegance trim. Move up to the R-Line Black Edition and you're looking at closer to $68,000. The range-topping RE hybrid variant can go well beyond $80,000. Depending on options. Yes, it's pushing into Audi Q7 and BMW X5 territory, but in many ways, it earns that price. You're getting top-shelf materials, advanced tech, real-world comfort, and a badge that still turns heads without screaming for attention. Volkswagen is clearly positioning the Touareg as a semi-premium SUV, a not quite luxury like its Audi cousin, but well beyond mainstream crossovers. And in that sweet spot, it really does excel. It gives you all the space and refinement of an upscale SUV, with the mechanical confidence of German engineering and a user-friendly, intuitive interior that doesn't overwhelm with complexity. So, who is the 2026 VW Touareg for? If you're a driver who values comfort, subtle style, advanced features, and solid performance, but you don't necessarily want to pay the full luxury tax of brands like Mercedes or BMW, this is your SUV. It's refined without being ostentatious, smart without being complicated, and powerful without being excessive. In a market saturated with options, the Touareg finds its lane and holds it confidently. Thanks for tuning into Car Auto Tune-Up. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth car content, and drop a comment below. Would you pick the new Touareg over its luxury competitors? Let us know. Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and we'll see you on the next review.